Namaste, my warriors, and welcome to Universal Goddess Tarot. Like, share, subscribe, get your thumbs up as you get in here, my warriors. Message. The message is they want to try to tire you out. So they're getting into your dream state. They're tainting your cigarettes. Someone just gave me a cigarette, and the staff had to go back to get it. And they gave me a tainted one. Womp womp. So you get to know which staff members are all in. To me, they're all in. So they sent you a check again. Again, they don't know how to not stop stealing, lying, manipulating. And they told the judge they're going down. They're all going down. Absolutely every single one of them. You got to remember they perjured themselves. They lied about you in court. They don't want you to show up. They don't want you to speak about it. But I need you to speak up and speak out, my warriors, okay? You know what's been done. You know what's going on. You know how many involved. You know how they use MK Ultra mind control. You know how they're pedophiles. They sedate children in order to rape them. You know that they down low gay. Pedro Antonio Ramos, he raped all of his children, his niece, his and then they kill him. They sacrifice him. That's how we're gonna call it, sacrifice, because that's what they consider it, sacrifice. They poisoned him. They've been trying to get my daughter. She's my firstborn, so they've been trying to get her since she was born. They put they put a baby that had meningitis in the room with us, so she caught meningitis. Um, they've been trying to take her out. She's already almost died like 3 times, but the Most High is not gonna let it happen. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. They wanna target your son, right? They feel like that's the only way they're gonna. It's not gonna happen. My son is a god. My daughter's a goddess. That's why they were able to use one of my daughters to do the witchery and get her involved with trying to, because he raped my granddaughter. He's the mother sedated her. My daughter sedated her so that her father could deflower her, and then got her pregnant at she was like 9 years old, and they took her out of state to get an abortion. Then she tried to take her out, poison. Records are there about her going to the hospital. They picked her up from school. She didn't even go. That's how scared she was. She didn't even go to the hospital. So my daughter was telling me, my granddaughter was telling me, "Where's mom?" Because I went to the hospital with her. From the school, she was in summer school. And I went to the hospital and she was just looking around for her mother. Her mother didn't want to see it happen. She's causing it, but didn't want to see it happen. She had been poisoning her where she was bleeding out. They do all kinds of manipulating poisonings because the hospitals don't test for poisons. Um, and then they cremate the bodies to get away with it. And they all have life insurance policies, and they take them out. They take them out, and everybody lines their pockets with innocent souls. My husband is also a arsonist. So when he can't get away with a property, he burns it down to get the full payout of the property. So he's been trying to burn down this property already once, and he flooded it like he does. He's a narcissist, a covert, psychopathic, delusional, serial killing, malevolent, pedophile, narcissist, covert narcissist, and he goes in there with a smile on his face. And what I don't understand is how are these courts allowing all these lies to get by without the person showing up? Don't they see that from the beginning? You can't hand somebody a check and be like, all right, we're going to give you power of attorney of all your lies, right? They try to get me in, they put me in a psych unit Meanwhile, I called 911 on my daughter for putting her hands on me, and they took me to a psych unit where the management of the Empress Ambulette had them put me in a psych unit. And I had to ask questions like, why am I here? Why in a psych unit? And I told the doctor, I said, if you're getting involved, I'll let you know right now before you do anything stupid. My husband's under FBI investigation. And she still decided to, well, I'm going to go along with it because I'm getting paid. Well, you get to you lose your license, okay? All these crooked officials, they're all getting paid off. Crooked cops, crooked DA, crooked judge, crooked lawyer, they all get disbarred and disgraced. So the, the last move was that last check they sent you just to get you on your feet, and they took it. They're still redirecting my mail. I put a PO box so that I could get my mail, and they redirected my mail again. So there's somebody working in the post office with them in order for them to do this repeatedly. So I haven't gotten not one piece of mail. I've never gotten any piece of papers for court. I don't know where the courts are going on. I'm sure you guys haven't either, my warriors. But hang on. You didn't go through all of this for nothing. It's here. They're paying for it right now. There's a couple in jail right now. So they're just all waiting their turn. They thought that they'd take this check and run off with it. So they're about to make their move and leave the state or hidden. I'm hearing boat. They could go on a boat. I'm also hearing a plane crash, so they could be trying to fake their death. These crooked churches are going down for fraud and pedophilia because they sedate the children in order to get away with what they've done to them. So all of this is being done. All of it is being done. And I know they're being watched. So the FBI, the CIA, Internal Affairs, Homeland Security, DEA, special forces, they all know what's going on. So they're all caught up. They didn't want you to speak at it. Last night I did a video. They cut it down to a 6-minute video, and they they cut out all the. Uh, they wanted to make sure that I didn't show you that I have my clothes in storage. Why I'm not going shopping. Why I'm not. They took that check and they put it on a credit card so that it looks like I'm the one going shopping. No, I brought you to my storage where I go to church and I pick up free clothes. So I want to bring you in there to show you where I'm at, how I do my shopping. You see a couple of rainbow and easy picking bags. That's where I do my shopping to get cheap clothes, cheap anything to keep me warm, socks, stuff like that. Um, Still being poisoned at the facility, still causing fights. There's a lot of fights going on in there. They want people to come at you in all ways for no reason. But they're trying to catch you out of character. They want to say, you see, that's the real her right there, the one that's beating on this woman, or that's what they want to show you, um, like in an aggressive way to show that this was. I told you this was her. Look, I got video of her. Look, she's a hoe. She's talking to somebody right now. Meanwhile, you were giving a homeless man a light. Um, no drugs, no drinking. So all those lies, them saying that you're a druggie, you're a wino, you're a hoe, none of it. They can't prove none of it because you're celibate, you're clean, no STDs, zero STDs. So if they contact my doctor, um, we could do, as soon as we get to the court, we could go do STD test. I'll do all of it. All drug tests, all of it, all of it. As soon as I walk in there, as soon as you walk into the courtroom, prove your innocence. All of it. They that they lied. That way they all get caught up. They all manipulate. They sit around a table and decide how the next person's gonna die, because they gotta make the deaths look like an accident in order to get paid by the when they put life insurance policies on it. Everything's gotta look like an accident. So they manipulate the crashes. They want to try to kidnap you to get away with what they've done, and none of it's gonna happen. When I tell you you are protected on all four corners of this world, you are protected. You don't have to check who's behind you and none of that. The Most High Lord got your back. Okay? So you stay strong. Um, and just know you got the bag. You got the bag. That's why they're so mad. That's why they're sending so many people after you. That's why they're coming so hard after you. I told you before it gets easier, it's gonna get harder. But I need you to know you got the bag. You got the bag. You won the court case. Finally, one of the judges, they had to remove the judge and put a good judge up there. And the judge knows. The judge is spiritual. So you got them working hard on your case. So just know they stole the last check again to get you on your feet. I'm still staying at the YWCA right here in Yonkers. And penniless, broke, but alive, right? Alive and well. So they're still tainting your food. They're still tainting your weed, your cigarettes, whatever it is you smoke or drink. Everything comes to you tainted. The restaurants that you eat at. I have two Chinese restaurants, two bodegas that I get food from. They all tainted my food. I got I got two bodegas that taint my cigarettes. So and all of that's gonna come out. All of that. I got the staff giving me tainted cigarettes if I buy them and I try to hide them in my bag. They rip through my bag. They taint my cigarettes. So the place will be closed down. So even if they become homeless, they go down for attempted murder. All these staff members, the stores that you tainted your food, they go down for tainting your food. They go down for attempted murder. All of it. All of it. They think they're getting away and they're not. So I just want you to know that you will be speaking up about the pedophilia, about everything you went through. You will remember absolutely everything, how they bother you in the dream state. I don't have dreams, but lately they put a blanket on me in the middle of the night, and I started having these crazy dreams, and here he is in my dream. Him, my daughter, they brought my grandson. Um, they know that I have a full stay away order protection, so I couldn't even reach out for my grandson because that's what they wanted. They wanted me to, so that they could say, "Oh, look, she touched my son," or she, all of it. They want to get you for the raping. They want to get you for the lies. So how do you pass on an STD? I just got to tell my daughter this, that to make sure that she knows that, he already got to the baby. He already got to the baby, so you better hope that the children don't have these deadly STDs that he's passing around, because he just doesn't care. He doesn't have a soul. He doesn't have a soul. He doesn't care about himself, let alone anybody else's life. Okay, so he wanted to take the children with him, and my daughters allowed it. So what could I say? This CPS is involved, because if I called CPS on her and they turned on me and telling her how they could get rid of me from the house, just keep calling the cops. It doesn't matter. Just keep making false accusations on her, and they'll get her out. And that's how they got me out, by false accusations saying that I was um, barricading them in the house, that I told her that I was gonna murder her, burn down the house, and run away with the children. I ain't got a penny on me. Where am I running? Where am I running? I don't run. I don't run. So they're still sending false lovers after you. Someone should be coming up to you today. Okay, but you're ready. You know, you're gonna know when the real one comes in. Okay, and he's gonna be handsome, young, and they keep trying to get you. No, boo boo, you're not getting this one. Not this one. We know better. We're celibate. We're not out there fucking animals and people of all all kinds. Old, disabled, um, fat, skinny. They have no preference. They're screwing animals. So if they're screwing animals, they rape my this man Pedro Antonio Ram. He raped my dogs, because more than one. Um, raped every child that he could get his hands on to deflower them, right? Because he wanted to make sure he deflowers them when they're baby, when they're just born. That's why they can't have children, because he pushed all their insides up into their chest cavity where they messed them up inside. So they thought that they still think they're gonna get away with it. They still think they got a chance to kidnap you, to do a drive-by shooting. Um, Meanwhile, there's no reason to do a drive-by shooting when you've done nothing to no one. Keep your cool. Keep your cool, because you know they're sending trouble to you. They want to catch you out of character. Keep your cool, whatever it is. I know it's hard. I know it's hard, but this is the plan to get you out of character, to catch you on film. Like, look at the way she's acting. Look, look at the aggressiveness. This is the real um, empress or emperor. So if watch your car, they follow you everywhere. Yes, they gang stalk you. So if you feel like you're being followed, yes, you are being followed. If you feel like you're being recorded everywhere, absolutely. So stay on your best behavior, okay? And Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's. Enjoy your New Year's, because you got a new life in this new world. Yep, it's a whole new world. Yep. Okay, so just hang on tight, because everything's coming through the way it's supposed to. Everything, it's been written in the stars. They can't change. They can't come against your God. When they come against you, they're coming against God. You let go and you let God handle this, and He got this. He got you. And if you ever need extra help, call on your angels, man. They can't tap in without you calling. Call on your ancestors of the light and of the dark, because you work with both sides. And they wait for you. They love to defend you. Oh, they'll push you aside and say, I got this. Okay? Okay. Because all I keep hearing is regulators. Mount up. I'm telling you, they here. The Most High Lord's here. You got your angels, archangels, guardian angels. They surround you at all times. You hear me? You're never alone. You're never alone. I'm by your side. Spiritually, I got you. I got you. I got you. Stay up. Stay up with your prayers, okay? Continue with the cleansing. Just a little sea salt in your bath. Light a candle and pray. That's all I say. Continue to pray. Keep your prayers. You turned into a prayer warrior. All right, and that's what you're going to continue to do. Continue on your path. You're on a path, and there's something so beautiful at the end of that path. You didn't go through all of this for nothing. So you stay strong, my warriors.
That part.
You got this.
Big Maria.
Ah.